When you sit down to film a video on how to have the most effective break, you really don't need to take a personality test to see that you're a kind of an overachiever. Hi everyone and welcome back to Linda Libra Loca. As many of you will know, I took a little break a few weeks ago. We went on a camper van trip to Norway and Sweden, and to be honest, I felt kind of exhausted beforehand. I have a whole video on what happened, so I won't go into much more details, but being the type A personality I am, I approached this break with a plan. I wanted to have the most effective break possible. Sounds counterintuitive? No. I think that if you are really, as I said, stretched too thin, if you feel like the things that brought you joy beforehand don't really excite you anymore, spending an evening binge watching on a Netflix show in your PJs won't cut it. You really need to have an effective break to get back your creativity and recharge. And as I know that many of you feel the same way, I thought I'd sit down and tell you the 5 tips that help me come back, recharge and recover. Tip number 1 is to get physical. And I'm not only talking exercise here. Exercise is important, but that's not what I mean. I mean reconnecting to your body. Your body gets neglected when you're in a rush constantly. I'm talking about eating mindfully, sleeping on your own schedule. I don't like to go to bed after 11 p.m., but I rise at 7 a.m. And that's when I feel the best. Get physical in expressing your emotions. Cuddle. Don't just message saying I love you. Go there, hug someone, kiss, cuddle with the kids, tickle the kids. It's so much more satisfying than the quick hi there, I love you can ever be. My second tip would be to study something, but something completely opposite to what you're usually doing. And that may sound counterintuitive because after all you want a break. But research shows us that our brain relaxes the most efficiently when we are doing something that we're usually not doing. So for someone that has an office job, like I have, and I sit and stare at the computer screen all the time, read a book, go garden, just do something, but something that's not connected to your usual day job. Another benefit of that is if you get used to new ways of thinking, inspiration will start to flow more freely, because when you're stuck in a rut, always thinking the same directions, you can only come up with as many ideas. But if you branch out, go on a break, you'll come up with completely different topics, like filming a video on how to take an efficient break, for example. And third one, but that might be only me, it will prevent bore out. Leave me at the beach for 2 weeks straight. I'll go nuts within 2 days. I just need something to do. I need something to challenge me, something to, just something to keep me busy. That's how I relax. My tip number 3 would be to set some time aside and reflect on your goals. For me, that's YouTube, the blog, my family, my main job, the house, all these things that I'm constantly working on. Take this break that you have to really see where you are right now, where you want to be. Be honest with yourself if this is really what you want to keep on investing your time in, and then how you can get to a place that makes you more happy. If there is something that you can drop. For example, if you find that Instagram is just too much draining, drop it. Nothing is worth giving up your peace of mind. This break will give you an excellent opportunity to see what you are actually missing. I was missing telling stories. I was missing creating content. I was not so much missing looking at pictures from other people on Instagram, just because I'm not that much of a visual person. I started listening to podcasts because that's actually more me. Tip number 4, tying in with Instagram that I mentioned before, stay away from social media. Even if you think, I'll just have a quick scroll and see what everyone else is out there. Social media is so time consuming. You only really realize that if you are not on social media and realize how much more time you have to do all the other things. And if you are on social media but not creating on social media because you're supposed to be on a break, there's this incredible fear of missing out that you will have, and that should just not be happening. So take a break and say, I'm not going to go on Instagram, I'm not going to go on Twitter, because once you're in there, you're going to get sucked in. And then after a quick social media detox, you will be able to see which social media you're actually missing and where to wisely invest your content. Because, be honest, we all know that spending 3 hours on Instagram scrolling pictures and throwing random likes is not very effective in terms of ROI. And my last tip, and this is one that I would put more towards the end of the break, once you have time to actually reflect on your goals, is focus on a secondary skill that will help you in your main hustle without it being the main hustle. For me, I took the time to write, just properly write. I wrote a travel diary, a travel journal, just to practice and hone my verbal expression, my sentences. I took time to focus on videography, photography, editing software, all these things that are constantly nagging me throughout my regular life, because I'm always saying, oh, I really should, I need to, but there's never the time. That way you'll get a big chunk of your to-do list without being back in the constant circle of creating without the time to actually grow. And for me, that really made me feel accomplished and boosted my motivation to come back and apply a few of the things that I have learned. So, okay. Okay, these are my 5 tips on how to make the most out of a break. Please share your tips if you have any in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming content. Ring the notification bell and like if you enjoyed that. And I'm going to see you all very soon with another video. Bye!